In hockey today, no player can do everything by himself. Even the best ones need the support of their 4 teammates.
Yes, hockey is a team game. Every player eventually learns that. But how many players really learn how to team together, know what they can do to help each other, and especially when their team has the puck? Offensive support is the catch-all phrase coaches use to describe the team tactics employed to assist the puck carrier. And in this program, you'll learn the key principles of offensive support and how coaches can develop this offensive team play ability in their players. And these are important team tactics because they lead to more puck control, more scoring chances, and more goals. See if you can pick out where offensive support comes into play on these goals. Pick out the players who are providing the offensive support. A well-executed Soviet goal. Did you notice how this man backed up the first man to the puck? That's offensive support. And did you see how this Soviet filled the open ice in the slot? That's more offensive support, and it leads to a goal. This play leads to a Canadian goal. As these two players go for the loose puck, notice this Canadian coming to support. Then, notice the soft pass into the quiet zone behind the net where the Canadian coming from the slot can get to it first. But he's under pressure, and he puts it behind the net again where this Canadian is reading and reacting to support. And as he rounds the net, this man supports by getting wide open in the slot, and presto, it's a goal. Basically, offensive support means making yourself available to help out the puck carrier by moving to a position on the ice which gives the puck carrier an option, such as a pass or the threat of a pass. And it takes place anywhere on the ice, as the Canadian national team will demonstrate, starting in the defensive zone with a breakout. This defenseman is going back to pick up the puck, and notice he's reading over his shoulder. His 2 teammates are going to support him by giving him 2 passing options. Notice he has either pass option to the man cutting through the middle and to the outlet man along the boards. Here's the same situation, but this time the defenseman elects to pass to the man in the middle lane. The supporting players, as well as getting into open ice, must communicate with the puck carrier, either yelling, motioning, and sometimes it's just eye contact. And one point of coaching jargon: although the ice is divided this way into 3 zones, coaches also refer to it as divided this way into 3 lanes. Now, here's a neutral zone entry situation. The red team is coming out of its own end with the puck being carried on the left side. The man on the right side is ahead of the play, and the third forward is well behind. And so for the 2 white defensemen, it shapes up like a straight 2-on-2. But here's an offensive support tactic in the neutral zone: fill the middle lane. Thus, this man comes across to fill the middle lane, takes a pass, and the attack is definitely more threatening. Finally, here's offensive support in the other team's end, leading to a good scoring opportunity. And here's Dave King to diagram the principle of offensive support we just saw.
One of the key concepts of offensive support is the idea of establishing an attack triangle upon entering the offensive zone. And an attack triangle can be formed in many ways. Here's one example with the puck carrier driving wide in the zone with the puck. We've got penetration in the middle lane to the net and somebody coming late into the slot. And you get formed here an attack triangle, which is very important to puck control. You're getting support in front and support behind the puck.
Again, here's that play on ice.
The attack triangle is only one principle of support. There's many others. One of the key things about observing support is when you watch a game is to watch the players away from the puck.
When observing support, watch the players away from the puck. Let's review some of the offensive support terms which came up in the game clips and simulations. We saw backing up the first man to a loose puck, moving to open ice, using the quiet zones, creating passing options, filling the middle lane, the attack triangle. All things which we'll look at in more depth. And remember the importance of communication. Players must communicate to work together and support each other. The best way to learn about these principles of offensive support is in practices and starting at a young age. It's another case of the coach adding some read and react to skills drills so that hockey brains are being developed at the same time. In this drill, the coach spray paints the four corners of a square. This man has the puck, and it's the checker's job to confront him so he can't pass to the diagonally opposite corner. The other men must position themselves in the open corners to either side. In other words, there's a passing lane open to these corners, but not this one. It means if you find yourself behind the checker, you've got to move to the open ice on another corner. And that's offensive support, getting in an open position to take a pass. And here's a game clip which almost duplicates that four-corner drill. This is a simple 2 versus 1 passing drill, but the passer must remain stationary. Thus, the pass receiver must get himself away from the checker to be able to take a pass. Again, that's offensive support, getting in the open to take a pass. One tip, tell the players not to pass the puck between the defender's skates or between his stick and his skate. Wayne Gretzky can pass through checkers, but for most players, it's a low percentage play and often results in turning over the puck. Here's the principle of support applied to a simple shooting drill. This man races in for the puck, being chased by the next man in line. At the same time, another man goes in on the other side for an outlet pass, which he then passes back to the first man who gets himself in the clear to take a shot. This Canadian national team goal comes off a play similar to that drill, except the pass goes to a third man in the slot. The principle of support overrides positional play. For instance, when these two forwards and one defenseman go back to retrieve a puck and break out, the forwards will read and react to swing in either direction to take a breakout pass. In today's hockey, players must interchange positions regularly in order to provide support. The 1-2-3 principle of attack drill progression establishes that a three-man attack should form an attack triangle which supports the puck carrier on two sides. The first step in the progression is for the puck carrier to try to take the puck to the net with speed. He must be a threat. The second step in the progression is for two men to go. The second, after the first, is 5 meters ahead. The first man again drives, and the second man fills the middle lane, either going for the net or trailing in the slot. Either way, keeping himself in a supportive position where he can take a pass. The third step has three men leaving, again staggered about 5 meters apart. The first man again drives, and the second man either goes for the net or trails in the middle lane. Then the third man reads what the second man is doing and does the opposite. That is, if the second man drives for the net, he trails. If the second man trails, he drives, and either way, the attack triangle is formed. This game clip shows Team USA using the attack triangle. Here's a drill to apply support to a neutral zone offensive situation. This can be used as a simple goalie warm-up drill, but at the same time, players are developing their offensive support tactics. This man headmans a pass to this player. Then the player on the other side comes across to fill the middle lane. The original passer, seeing his lane is being taken, moves over to fill the vacated lane. Here's a slightly more advanced tactic. The coach spots the puck for a player to retrieve, and the second man in line moves in quickly to apply pressure. The first man maintains possession by cycling up or down in the corner. The third man moves into the space created behind the puck carrier, and the puck is reversed to him. The first man then moves to the front of the net for a return pass and shot. As Jean Perron said at the beginning of this program, the puck carrier needs the support of the other players. Good players know many ways to support their man with the puck, and they develop these team tactics best in drills where they are forced to read and react to situations which will confront them sooner or later in games.
Aussitôt qu'un de nos joueurs prend possession de la rondelle,
as soon as one of our players takes possession of the puck, his four teammates must move to create open ice, to create passing options, and to create a numerical superiority against the opposing defenders.
As soon as we get the puck, four players must move to support. That's how the top teams play. Pay attention to how they support their man with the puck. Strong offensive support is usually the mark of a well-coached winning team.